Okay, so the other day I was playing around in DaVinci Resolve. It ended up being a tutorial video, but it really was me just playing around doing something I thought might be cool. Well, you guys seem to have liked that, okay? So, what I'm doing again, this time I am playing around in Photoshop, actually. And we are going to continue that video had, like Yu-Gi-Oh card style type stuff. So we're going to continue that, okay? But don't worry, even if you're not fans of Yu-Gi-Oh, we are going to go over how to apply overlays or textures to the top of stuff, like this, for example, and whatnot. So let's get into it, okay? First of all, it's important that stuff goes on different layers, okay? It's very important that because you could flatten images anytime you want, but I recommend against it. And since these are just on layers, the benefit of them being on layers is that, like, for example, we can just, do this here. We can move this here, all that stuff. And it wouldn't be possible if they weren't on layers. For now, let's go ahead and do this, and then we are going to bring in an image. In case you don't know how to bring in an image, you go to File, then I just hit Place Embedded, but you can technically drag and drop if you're ready to do that. And this is the image I have chosen. Yeah, this is the image, believe it or not. I'm going to go ahead and put this here, and yeah, this is the image. For those of you guys that could not tell by far, this is a Charizard. Yeah, we chose a Charizard image, okay? Although between you and me, I think it might look better with him as a trap card just because the color. But let's apply some overlays or textures, whatever you want to call them. They're really relatively the same. Now, the simplest way you could do overlay, but technically overlay changes makes it darker. So see, it's a lot darker now. That's where some people end up messing up a bit. That's how sometimes when you get like your fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards or fake Pokemon cards or whatever, they will appear darker because that's chances are what they actually did. What you want to do actually in a lot of cases like this is actually go over to screen. You can play around until you find what you want to. You can technically do soft light, and that's okay, and whatnot. I personally prefer screen. That's just me. You can, play around till you find the thing. I prefer screen because what screen does is it just gets rid of the dark. And then, you can always just change the opacity as you want until it gets to be the way you want. But one of my But there's also other things here. We have other things here just in case. Like this. This looks pretty cool overall. Again, if it would overlay, it would be a bit darker. We could go soft light if we wanted. Or, just green. We could go multiply if that's what you rather do, if we just wanted that glow there. And then finally did this. This is actually my favorite effect to do this with, favorite overlay type thing. So we could do this again. You could do soft light, but as you see, soft light doesn't work out the best in this scenario, and overlay definitely doesn't work. So you're looking at screen. Screen definitely the best here. But let's say we want a whole different image entirely. Or let's say we don't want that whole card to be holographic. We literally can just drag it down to wherever we want. And then the bottom, not the brilliance of having layers, we can just move it around as seen fit. And Charizard is cool, but he's not all the way in the thing, right? So let's actually find something else, okay? And let's, of course, make it back to a magic card. And let's find the other thing, shall we? Okay, I've imported this. This is actually just something I had ChatGPT whip up for me real quick like. So we're going to put it underneath here. It's funny that ChatGPT, whipped this up for me because it literally looks close enough to Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that was one of the prompts that I actually gave ChatGPT. And now we can look at all the effects here. This actually looks like a real good effect with this so far, but that's because we have it down. If we bring it up okay, it looks okay, I guess. Next did this, which that looks okay, honestly. But still, my favorite would probably be this. Yeah. So this is what we are working with. Now, with that said, this looks perfectly fine here. In fact, we could play around with the idea of trap or magic. Trap brings out the hair more, and magic just is there in general. So that's not bad, honestly. Honestly, I'm digging it quite a bit. But let's say we want a whole different thing, okay? And we've imported this. Those of you guys that play Warframe actually know what this is. This is Warframe 1999 thing. It's basically a promo of Excalibur versus alternate universe Excalibur, aka Arthur. So we have that there. But say we want to add a bit more to it. We have a PNG of a former here, an Umbra former. So let's say that's what they're fighting over. Okay? Yeah, that's entirely what they're fighting over. We want to, of course, make it a little smaller. So it looks a bit more real in that situation. And a good trick to make something look real is make that like it belonged there the whole time, it to put an overlay over the whole thing. And as you can see, the new prism overlay, I keep calling it an overlay because that's essentially what it is, even though I'm using the screen effect and not the overlay effect. See, the overlay effect would have totally messed up everything there. But there is also something else I want to show you, because a lot of stuff can be made into an overlay type thing. For example, I'm going to import another image. This is a weird image that I asked ChatGPT to make earlier, just in case it was something that I wanted to use in the feature. So now that we have that there, we're going to hit screen again, and as you can see, screen alone does not do it enough for this. So, it's just one of the things that you'll have to play around with until you get just the way you want it. Like in this case, I think soft light might be what we go with. Okay. The reason I went soft light because I'm going to duplicate the layer real quick, put this one on screen so you can, see the screen, and then the soft light. Screen, soft light. So in this case, I think the soft light actually turned out a bit better overall. That's just my humble opinion. Again, also in theory, you can combine multiple stuff, okay? Like say we want this, this, and this. That might be too much, but this and this should be okay. Or say you don't want a certain part from this. We can go ahead, do that. We can convert this layer into just a regular layer. And then I believe, yeah. Maybe we don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't think we want to do that after all. We could do this. Yeah, what do you guys think of this? We actually did do an overlay for that one. So, yeah, it makes it look shiny-esque. And, we did an overlay, so it worked out brilliant. We can add this so you don't really notice much of any detail. So it's like shiny with extra bits. But I'll be honest, I still like this better. Something about it. And them fighting over an umbrella forma makes me chuckle a bit because of the fact that I played this game. So I recognize the characters and whatnot for it. But yeah, again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, found it helpful. If you guys really like these style of videos, I'll keep on doing them where I just play around and show you stuff while playing around with the idea of stuff. Let me know, comment section below. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.